Let us flow with abundance as divine energy. Let's talk about money, not as numbers in a ledger, but as the living pulse of the universe made tangible. See how the river doesn't clutch at its water, how the sun doesn't ration its light? This is how the cosmos intends wealth to move through your life. Without apology, without scarcity, in endless circulation. There's an old Sufi tale about a beggar who sat for years on a box, pleading for coins, until one day a stranger asked, "What's inside that box you're sitting on?" When he finally pried it open, there was gold, enough to transform his life 10 times over. This is how most of us relate to money, begging for scraps while sitting atop our own buried treasure. The gold is your awareness. The wealth is your birthright. Money is not just paper. It is congealed life force, the physical manifestation of energy exchanged for service, for creativity, for goods made visible. When you begin to see it this way, everything changes. The billionaire and the monk both understand this secret, that true abundance isn't about accumulation, but about alignment with the cosmic current that already flows. The mystics whisper it across time. Rumi with his poetry, Lao Tzu with his empty bowl. Their teachings all point to the same truth. What you appreciate appreciates. Here's where most stumble. They believe they must become wealthy to think like the wealthy. But here's the cosmic paradox. You must first think like the wealthy to become wealthy. The outer always mirrors the inner. The moment someone stops seeing money as a lifeline to grasp and begins treating it as energy to circulate, their entire financial reality reshapes itself. There's a rhythm to this. Give like the rain, without calculation. Receive like the earth, without shame. Circulate like the wind, without hoarding. The ancient Hawaiians practiced ho'okupu, giving the first fruits of harvest back to the land, not from obligation, but from knowing. What flows out must flow back multiplied. Modern physics confirms it. Energy must move. Your bank account is no different. There's a story about a Tibetan monk who received an unexpected donation. Instead of clinging to it, he immediately bought food for stray dogs. When asked why, he smiled. The universe tips its hands to those who prove they won't choke the flow. Within weeks, a patron funded his entire monastery. Coincidence? Or cosmic law made visible? But here's the secret. You must want money enough to respect its power, yet not so much that you're enslaved by its pursuit. The awakened walk this razor's edge, using wealth as a brush to paint miracles in the world, never confusing the tool with the artist. So how do you begin? Start where you are. Bless every bill that passes through your hands with a thank you. Donate when you can and be generous. Keep your financial house in order as a daily ritual. See work as worship, not money. Every transaction as energy made freely. Money is not to be worshipped, but to be sanctified through use. Imagine if every dollar you spent carried that consciousness. The coffee bought becomes a blessing to the grower. The rent paid becomes gratitude for shelter. The gift given becomes love made visible. This is how ordinary exchanges become alchemy. The final initiation? Realizing that you were never separate from the flow to begin with. That frantic grasping was the only drought. Like the man who spent years seeking the perfect sunrise, only to realize he'd been facing west all along. The abundance was here all along, in your willingness to serve, your courage to receive, your wisdom to let it move freely. Rumi whispers across the ages, "Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open?" My brothers and sisters, open the door to abundance. The wealth you seek is not ahead of you, but within you. Not something to acquire, but something to remember. The river was always flowing. You were just taught to build dams where bridges belonged. Step into the current. The universe has been waiting to whisper its secrets to those ready to listen. Money, when understood as simply energy, becomes what it was always meant to be. Not your master, not your enemy, but your partner. Your partner in co-creating a world where no one starves while others feast. Give generously, receive generously, where your prosperity becomes the rising tide that lifts all boats. Where finally, blessedly, you stop chasing wealth and start embodying it. This is not merely a conversation about money, but an awakening to the living, breathing relationship between spirit and matter. For too long, we've been taught to kneel before the altar of scarcity, to worship at the feet of not enough. Today, we light a new fire, one that illuminates the truth that had always lived in your bones, that you are meant to thrive, that prosperity is your divine birthright, and that money, when understood as energy, becomes one of the most powerful spiritual tools at your disposal. Abundance is not something you acquire, it's something you recognize. The universe operates from overflow, not lack. The air doesn't ration breaths. The ocean doesn't count waves. The sun doesn't distribute light based on worthiness. Yet we've been conditioned to approach money with the poverty consciousness that contradicts the very nature of creation. We must begin by unlearning the toxic myths that have infected our relationship with money. That spiritual people should not be abundant. That wealthy people are inherently corrupt. That money changes people. It doesn't. It reveals them. That there's only so much to go around. These are lies propagated by those who benefit from our financial ignorance. But here's the truth. Money is neutral energy waiting to be animated by consciousness. Just like clay in a sculptor's hands, your financial reality today is simply the accumulated sculpture of all of your past thoughts, beliefs, and actions around money. The good news? Clay can always be reshaped. Modern quantum science now confirms what mystics have always known, that at the subatomic level, the observer affects the observed. Your consistent attention to lack creates more lack. Your devoted focus on abundance manifests more abundance. This isn't metaphysical poetry, it's quantum reality. All healthy systems circulate. Your blood, your breath, ecosystems, galaxies. Money is no different. The moment you begin seeing yourself not as a container to be filled, but as a conduit for energy exchange, everything will shift. No discussion of money is complete without addressing our hidden wounds. We all carry financial trauma from childhood messages. We can't afford that. Cultural conditioning, rich people are greedy. Or religious programming, money is the root of all evil. Take a moment now to close your eyes and recall your earliest money memory. What emotions arise? Shame, fear, resentment? Now this is your assignment. To heal these wounds so money can flow unimpeded. One powerful practice is to write a letter to money as if it were a person, expressing all your unspoken feelings, then writing money's loving response back to you that I am here for you. Here's the great spiritual irony. The less you need money to define your worth, the more easily it comes. Like a butterfly that lands only when you stop chasing it, money flows to those who realize they're already whole without it. This isn't about pretending not to care. It's about anchoring your worth in something unshakable so money becomes a joyful expression, not a desperate necessity. Every soul has a unique relationship with abundance. Some are meant to be philanthropists, others artists, healers, builders. Your path won't look like anyone else's, and that is sacred. The key is noticing, listening, not to the world's shouts about how you should earn, but to your soul's whispers about why you're here. When you align your income with your soul's purpose, money becomes your altar. The baker isn't just selling bread, she's offering communion. The accountant isn't just crunching numbers, he's stewarding energy. The teacher isn't just giving lessons, she's illuminating minds. This shift in perspective transforms everything you know about money. As you begin to prosper spiritually and financially, tests will come. The sudden windfall of money that tempts you to arrogance, the temporary loss that invites you to distrust, the opportunities that challenge you to expand beyond comfort. These are not punishments. They're initiations crafted by your soul to strengthen your prosperity consciousness. Let this be your daily declaration and say it out loud. I am a clear conduit for divine abundance. Money flows to me in perfect rhythm, enough to fulfill my purpose and bless the world. I receive with gratitude, give with joy, and circulate with wisdom. My prosperity serves the highest good. Here is the ultimate truth. The outer universe always mirrors the inner universe. Your financial reality is simply spirit's canvas, painting in physical form what you've already painted in consciousness. The river of abundance is flowing. Will you stand on the shore counting drops, or will you dive in and become one with its current? The choice, as it always been, is yours. May you find that wealth flows with ease, bringing in abundance like a gentle breeze. May you attract prosperity every day as abundance and joy come your way. May you embrace financial peace as your wealth and happiness increase. May you see your riches grow with gratitude and love in the flow. May you live a life of plenty and grace, with wealth and blessings in every space.